Hello, I'm Joho.
And I'm Felipe.
We're Frosttide.
And you're watching
AP Reacts.
Alright, I'm here with Juho and Felipe from Frosttide. Did I pronounce your names correctly?
Yes, you did, sir.
Alright.
Yes, you did.
Perfect, because I butcher names all the time.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm here with the guys from Frosttide, and we're going to talk a little bit about the band. So, first and foremost, you guys have... I know for the folks, when they watch this, the festival already happened, but the next gig for you guys is going to be at Summer Breeze. So, how did that come into play that you guys will be playing at Summer Breeze?
Well, it's like the label is kind of arranging their own stage in there, kind of a matinee in there, with many bands from their roster, and so we get along.
Yeah, I think like as the label has now their own stage there, and they're like, or not their own stage, but they have their own event happening at that stage. Then they thought that it would be a good idea to kind of showcase the new bands that they have. So, for example, our friends from Brumir will be also playing at that stage as well, with us on the same day. Fear of Domination,
Yeah.
as well. We'll be playing at that stage as well. So I think we're very thankful to the label that they saw that we have the potential to represent them at Summer Breeze. So we are very happy and looking forward to that show.
A show like Summer Breeze for a band like Frosttide is a huge opportunity for exposure to really get your name out there, to really get a lot of eyeballs and ears paying attention to your music. Does that put extra pressure for you guys when you walk on stage?
Not really. Like, it shouldn't really, because you should always just focus on playing. Don't give up on the rest. Like, of course, it's hard to ignore the surroundings, but like, I don't see it pressuring me more. Or, of course, I want to do my best every time, but like, it's not about the environment.
I think in a sense, yeah, like I agree with you. That is, of course, you become a little bit more nervous because it's a new event, something that you haven't tried before, at least in our band history. But I will say again that it's not really pressure. It's more like it gives a motivator. It gives much more determination. Just like, okay, let's do this. We have this chance to do it. We're gonna be there. Let's make the best of it. Let's have a good time, perform, and I mean, a band can go there and like they can play every single note right, and they just can like nail every single riff. But then if there is not interaction between the band and the audience, and really like you're meant to there to have a good time and have fun with the audience, then there's nothing. So I think that's what we're looking for. It's like have a great time and do our best, perform the best we can.
Big events like this just pushes you more. It doesn't really pressure you or anything like that. It just pushes you to do even more than you even thought you could do. So
it kind of like sparks like a fire in you.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it
opens up your appetite.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good.
We are ready to deliver, and we are very happy to give the best show we can possibly give to the people who will be watching that show at Summer Breeze.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw you guys play at Dark River Festival. The experience for me as a fan was great.
Thank you.
See you guys play, great set, great performance, great showmanship, great interaction with the fans that were there.
All right.
It was really like almost like a full package, if you would say. That's my perspective as a fan, standing in the audience and watching you guys play. How was it for you guys?
It was really fun show to play, in my opinion. Like, even though the audience was quite small during that time of the day, but like, it's never been really about that. Like, you just want to show your best and get all the people to have fun in there, like, so that no matter how few people you have, if they have fun, you're gonna have fun too on the stage, and that's the thing. And I think we did quite good in there, and we had fun. Everybody had fun. So
I think within the years it has become like more, how to say, comfortable to perform within the band, because as we have grown together. Like
Yeah.
we have been doing this 6 years now. Like since I have been in the band, like for 6 years. So then I know, for example, how Juho interacts with the audience, and he knows how I approach with the audience as well. So somehow it just flows, fortunately, and I think that gives a little bit more relaxed perspective of the band from outside if you're watching as a part of the audience. So it really felt very comfortable to play Attack River. I think the audience, even though as Juho said was few, still just they were into it. They were following along and they were enjoying the music. So that just felt great, you know. Like the more we get from the audience, the more we want to deliver. Of course, we want to do the best, but the audience is a great catalyst for us to just push even further. So I think it was just a really nice event, even though that it wasn't like your typical big festival or whatever. But the atmosphere was great, and we really felt like very welcome, and we were just very, very happy to play there and having a good time.
Changing gears a little bit, you guys released your EP. I've talked to you about it privately about that, but I want to get you on camera now and get both of your takes on it. What was the thought process going into the re-release of the EP?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Like
for example, when we released the EP with Out of Line, if you allow me to start, then you can elaborate. Sorry. So
go ahead.
Yeah, so what happens is we released the EP first independently, and I think the whole composing process till the release process of the first EP in all, like the composer recording, mixing, mastering, and release, I think it took a span of 5 months. It was very short-lived, but within that, because it was all do-it-yourself, and we didn't have a label, then we just did it for releasing for a tour in Japan. So technically, the intention of the EP was just to show that we're still there, and we wanted to bring some new material for our Japanese tour.
Yeah.
But then we finished the Japanese tour, and it was like, okay, what's next? But then the record label, Out of Line, reached to us, and they say like, hey guys, I heard your new material, and I'm interested to work with you guys. The label liked the music. So then we met in Helsinki with the head of the label, and we talked about it, and then he was telling like, okay, so how is your third album coming? What about the release of that? And I think we were a little bit, we'll say like, not ready to head to the studio yet, because we just had released the EP and we had this really intensive recording process. So I think we talked it with you guys, and then we pitched it to the label that because the EP was released independently, and still the label felt really strong about the potential of the songs, then what about if, like, as it was released independently by us, then it was like many people missed it. Really, people who even knew about us because it was not released by an actual label, then it really, like, they didn't know that it was the actual material out there. So then the label said, yeah, let's do it, like, let's release it again. And then it was like, we didn't want to release the same mix on the same package. It wouldn't make any sense. So then again, we decided to say like, well, what about if we mix it again, we master it again, and plus to make out of the most of the material. And I think it has been like a little dream from us also to release like the instrumental versions, so people can hear more of the details and stuff like that. And the label was totally in for that, and I think we took that as the first collaboration, like between the band and the label. So then the label was, yeah, let's do that, and they were happy with listening to the songs in the new format, and I'm very happy that actually we did that, because now the songs are living to the true potential that we actually, the actual vision that we had, that was restricted first when we did the first release because of time and funding.
I just let you start and you told the whole story.
I'm sorry, I got carried away.
But for my defense, I can tell you that the idea for the EP in the first place came because we already started working on our third album already back in 2016, something like that.
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
And we were doing quite good with it, even like we had all the drums and guitars and bass already recorded, but it kind of grew that super massive thing, and we didn't have a label or anything like that at that time. So and due to our like personal schedules and all the shows coming up, we just decided to do an EP, and things turned out the way he just told.
So that takes me to the next question. So when is the third album coming out?
I hope next year.
I think
It's just never-ending process. Like we hopefully start recording again this year, end of the year, and hopefully have it ready somewhere next year so we can release it too. I cannot give an exact date yet or anything like that.
But that's the goal, right?
That's the goal, yeah.
This is a
And
definitive goal, I think.
yeah,
We cannot stretch it any longer.
yeah. We really want it out. We have so much material and
Because
so much good material that we just need to get it out before it piles up too much.
So as you look at next year as the loose time frame of the release of the new album, as you look at this year with the gigs that you guys already had, the shows that you already had, the shows that you still have, where do you see the band? How do you see the band moving forward? Do you feel like you guys are finally the drivers behind the destiny of the band and you're going into the right direction? And if so, what is perhaps that little missing piece that you need in order to really push it to the next level?
I think like definitely like getting signed with Out of Line was a great help. It just like gave us sort of harmony to the life within the band, that we have so many things that we don't need to worry, that the label is in charge of.
Yeah, and especially the resources, that we don't have to think about those anymore.
Exactly.
So that much.
But then I think, in my opinion, what I see the band is like, we want to make the best music that we possibly can, stay true to ourselves in the sense that, because it has been always that way, that we want to make the music that we want to make. And definitely sometimes we hear from some people, hey, there may be a little bit too much of this, there may be a little bit too much of that, are you sure about this, are you sure about that? But then it's like, we just go the way we want to go, and fortunately people have tag along and they have followed and like the material. And I think one of the most important things, because at least personally, in the studio you can do whatever you can. Nowadays with technology you can achieve great things, but what I want the most, or personally, is that the band becomes a good live band, that the sound live is worthy of the studio material. And I think the next step for me, and hopefully for the entire band, it will be like to get a stable full lineup that it will be dedicated to just push even further for the live performances.
Yeah, definitely, that's one. And yeah, for me, I just want to. I don't really have any goals. Like, I just want to keep making the music, and take it step by step. I want to finish the next album and see where it goes, and hopefully it gets us far. And he said most of the things I wanted to say already.
I think I don't know if the entire band agrees with this sense like of this thought that I have, but I think within the years that we have working within the band, a lot of things have been opening, because the albums, people have received them well, but then it's just like, then you come to the thought about it, that why are you doing the music? Is it like is it because you want exposure? Is it because you want to be recognized? Or is it because you love music? And personally, at this point, I just realized, like, was it just when we were actually recording the EP, it opened up to me that regardless how things go, I'm just happy doing the music that we are doing, because we are doing music. As cliche as it sounds, we are doing music because we love making music.
Yeah.
That's our thing. That's what we enjoy, the process of making music, the process of playing that music to people, and people can relate to it and gravitates towards it somehow and be along with us on the shows. So I think it all, for me, is based on that. I want to make the best music we possibly can and play it the best way we can possibly do it.
It's always about the love.
Oh.
Well, on that lovely note, I want to
Yes.
thank you guys for the time today to sit down and talk to me.
Thanks to
Yeah,
you.
same.
And
Thanks to you.
all the best of luck at Summer Breeze. All the best of luck with the new record you guys are working on, and I hope to get to hear that record next year. All right,
Yeah.
take care,
Yeah.
guys.
Cheers.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.